Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Bonsoir et bienvenue à Red Barn Radio. I'm Brad Becker. This is Red Barn Radio's 18th broadcast season, and tonight we present for you our 673rd live concert performance. Tonight, Red Barn Radio presents Payne Harison and his band. Will is a Nashville-based roots Americana artist. His Louisiana side likes his coffee black, and his Tennessee side takes his whiskey neat. Welcome Payne Harison and his band to Red Barn Radio.
Thank you. Lord willing and the creek don't rise, running out of alibis. If I ain't home by daylight, I'm sleeping in the jail tonight. Busking on the corner of Jefferson and Main. Now I can make $1, but without you it ain't the same. You can be my Bonnie, baby, I'll be your Clyde. When this day is over, our love won't run and hide, and her harmonica blows like a train whistles ghost down the Mississippi and up the East Coast. Like bandits we ride towards the Smoky Mountain side. By the morning we'll be gone. Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I'm running out of alibis. If I ain't home by daylight, I'm sleeping in the jail tonight. Ball, attach my ankle to this chain. I can't pull another heist without you again. Flowers are made sweeter by the sunshine and the dew, and so this whole world's made bright by the lives of folks like you. When we're dead and buried in that Louisiana ground, let them know. And that first bank is where our love was found. All the money in this world can't replace you, girl. And by the morning we'll be gone. Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I'm running out of alibis. If I ain't home by daylight, sleeping in the jail tonight. In a hailstorm of bullets, I take cover by a tree. I can't help but wonder if it's the end for you and me. And darling, we sure had one hell of a good run. I'll kiss your lips one last time and then unload my gun. When I get to heaven and stand before the Lord, when this song is over, I'll play the final chord, and I'll confess my crimes and the wrong that I've done, but I'll never regret you. Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I'm running out of alibis. If I ain't home by daylight, I'm sleeping in the ground tonight. I'm sleeping in the ground Thank you.
Good evening, and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to the music of Kentucky. WEKU is Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, serving Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.fm. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. Lex Arts, Lexington, Kentucky's Arts Council, creating a great American city inspired by the arts. Chef Greg Scott and Broussard's Delta Kitchen, featuring authentic flavors of New Orleans and the Mississippi Delta, and live music every weekend. On Main Street in historic Georgetown, Kentucky. Broussard's is on Facebook. Listen locally, working in concert with people to embrace opportunities, listen locally, and engage in shared experiences, including music, theater, poetry, dialogue, and conversation. More on Facebook, Instagram, and listenlocally.net. Griffin Gate Resort and Spa, a luxury spa located in the Marriott in Lexington, Kentucky. The Griffin Gate Marriott Resort and Spa is the ideal choice for your next visit to Lexington, Kentucky. And Accuprint, providing printing, design, and fulfillment. Online at accuprint.us. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter, and hopefully like us on Facebook. Now here again is the host of Red Barn Radio to tell you more about tonight's performance.
On the Red Barn stage tonight is Will Payne Harison. His 2017 full-length release, East Nashville Blues, charted very nicely on Americana radio and for a time had him packing out listening rooms in the North and South. He's recently recorded another CD, this one a 6-song covers EP called Living with Ghosts, and I know we'll talk more about that as the evening goes on. Sharing the stage with Will tonight are Zach Daves on electric guitar, Lana Gibbons on bass, and Tim Carras on drums. Welcome, Will Payne Harison.
This is off my new record, Living with Ghosts. It's actually a full-length 12-song all originals. So this one's called You Know How to Make a Grown Man Cry. I woke up this morning feeling lonely next to an empty bottle of gin. No matter how many times I empty it out, it can't fill up my heart again. My mind is swimming in a drunken haze. My back aches from sitting at bar stools. My heart hurts the worst for letting you go, and darling, I'm the damn king of the fools. Hoping to hear the sound of your tires on this gravel road. I'm wishing that you'd change your mind to make your way back home. Missing the swing of your perfume drift my way as you pass by. And darling, you know how to make a grown man cry. I took a long walk this evening on the east side of this town. I got lost in thought on what I would change if you'd come back around. Now my fears are taking over and the tears streaming down my face. I can't stand the thought of another man with his arms around your waist. I keep hoping to hear the sound of your tires on this gravel road. I'm wishing that you'd change your mind to make your way back home. I'm missing the the scent of your perfume drift my way as you pass by. And darling, you know how to make a grown man cry. Sound of your tires on this gravel road. I'm wishing that you'd change your mind to make your way back home. I'm missing the scent of your perfume drift my way as you pass by. And darling, you know how to make a grown man cry. Yes, darling, you know how to make a grown man cry. Thank you. This next song is about a girl I was dating, and I was, the relationship was going good. I was living in Germantown in Nashville, and she lived just right down the street from me, and so I wrote this song on the way to her house, and I almost got to the point where I was in shape to show it to her, but she broke up with me, so I didn't show it to her, and then I started dating this other girl, and sometimes you gotta, find inspiration wherever it is, so I finished the song. It's about two different girls. The second girl also broke up with me. Common theme in my songwriting. Anyways, this song's called Funeral Home. There's a funeral home between you and me next to Germantown pub off of Monroe Street. The sidewalks are paved in uneven red bricks. They catch my foot and sometimes make me trip. Well, I had the thought at that funeral home that when you die, you do it all alone. And I've been walking around dead inside, but when I met you, darling, I came back alive. And there's a place that I belong, between heartbreak, love, and an old-time gospel song. Up in the sky, or the middle of a song where love can never die. I like the way the light reflects in your eyes, the dimple in your chin and your hand in mine. Sometimes love dies and sometimes it grows, but living in the moment is all we can know. And there's a place that I belong, between heartbreak, love, and an old-time gospel song. Will you meet me here or up in the sky, or the middle of a song where love can never die? fireplace. On Christmas Eve, you make this doubting Thomas wanna believe that there's a place that I belong, between heartbreak, love, and an old-time gospel song. Will you meet me here, up in the sky, or the middle of a song where love can never die? Thank you. Not to disappoint, this next song is also about a girl that broke up with me. But this one was from Kentucky, and you guys might not like this because you're in Kentucky, but I tried to convince her to move to Nashville, and she wasn't having it. And as every good songwriter must do, the whole reason that you pick up a guitar as a teenage boy is so you can try to impress girls. So I wrote her a song to try to convince her to come to Nashville, but it didn't work. But I got a good song out of it, and so this is about a friend of mine from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. It's called Anne Marie. Don't make love a four-letter word when you're trying to live in the moment. You may find you will locate your buried heart. When the words come, I write the song, even if no one's singing along, or the whole world catches on in 3 parts. Oh, Anne Marie, can you see? I want you here with me. I hope you will agree to that someday. Or will pain of the past kill this love too fast? Keep flags at half-mast and push me away. Oh, Anne Marie, true love won't imprison you. It's like the freedom of a train. You hop on a stowaway with no destiny. And may St. Anthony help me find a way to change your mind to the Nashville skyline away from Kentucky. Oh, Anne Marie, can you see? I want you here with me. I hope you will agree to that someday. Or will pain of the past kill this love too fast? Keep flags at half-mast and push me away. Oh, Anne Marie, can you see? I want you here with me. I hope you will agree to that someday. Or will pain of the past kill this love too fast? Keep flags at half-mast and push me away. Oh, Anne Marie, thank you. Appreciate that. Again, not to disappoint. This is about another song about a girl that broke up with me. But this is someone that is still a friend of mine and I love dearly. And there's a point where we couldn't be friends, and so I wrote a song to let her know that I still cared. And it's called "I Want You to Know." I never knew how much love stayed. And yeah, I've heard he stopped loving her today. And like John Prine, I wish you all the best. With my own eyes, I've seen your happiness. It's been a long, hard road, and I can't reach you. You shut me out again, that's how it goes. But you touched my soul and then released it, and I'm at peace with it. I want you to know, I want you to know. You got new love and you got boundaries. We only speak in pleasantries. I'll never have another drunken fight, like the time I couldn't get the music right. It's been a long, hard road, and I can't reach you. You shut me out again, that's how it goes. But you touched my soul and then released it, and I'm at peace with it. I want you to know, I want you to know. Do you think of me when you can't sleep? If you were to wake up, would you weep? Or would you sleep safe and sound, knowing what's lost can't be found? It's been a long, hard road, and I can't reach you. You shut me out again, that's how it goes. But you touched my soul and then released it, and I'm at peace with it. I want you to know, I want you to know.
Hey, folks, thanks for being with us on Red Barn Radio. Our guest this evening is Will Payne Harison and his band, and we're glad to have you guys with us. I have a couple of CDs in my hot little hands here. Will Payne Harrison's East Nashville Blues, I think it was 2017 release. Right. And the most recent, not a 6-song EP at all.
Yeah, there was one in between. There was Blue, which was a 6-song cover EP.
Oh, okay,
that came
good.
out in 2018, and
So-
then this year.
Okay,
was the full
gotcha.
length. It just came out. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I was good. All right. I was going to say, if you break up with 2 more women, you could have another 6-song, set.
By the end of winter, yeah. For sure.
Hopefully not that soon. And it's great to have you with us, and I love your tunes.
Thank you.
This band sounds great. Before we get talking about sort of where you're at here and now today, maybe we could start by going back a little bit. Where were you born, Will?
I was born in a very small town called Tioga, Louisiana. It's probably about 5,000 people that live in that area. It doesn't even have its own postal code. We borrow it from the town over.
Huh.
Yeah.
And how did your family happen to be in Louisiana? Do you have a long family history of?
Yes, my mother's side of the family is all Cajun. They're from New Iberia area. And my father, he is from West Monroe, but his family was actually from a small town called Montgomery, Louisiana. Ironically, the first song I played was Bonnie and Clyde. I think it's like my great uncle caught Bonnie and Clyde in when they were speeding and threw him in jail overnight. Let him go the next day and didn't know because back then the papers came out, I guess, weekly or whatever, and didn't find out until later that they were wanted.
Oh wow, that's a great story. Too bad they let him out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could have
right.
ended it. Well, it wouldn't have made a great song, I guess.
So law enforcement goes way back in your past. What else did your family do down in Louisiana?
My father's retired, but he was an editor of a newspaper, and my mother was human resources.
All right, an editor of the newspaper in the town where you grew up.
Alexandria Daily Town Talk, yeah.
Oh, all right, very neat. And is that where you get your writing from?
I definitely think that it's influenced because both my parents were journalism majors, for sure. Yeah.
Either of them play music?
My dad played trumpet and piano a little bit in high school and college, but he didn't really pursue it after that.
So can you track back into some of your earliest memories, to those earliest places that got certain sounds in your veins that you think maybe shaped the music that you've arrived at?
Yeah, I think that a lot of the sounds that I got my early development in music had a lot to do with the record collection that my parents had, as well as my mom always had it on the oldies station, so it was always like Motown and the Beatles and the Stones and Creedence Clearwater Revival.
And what about the records?
A lot of the same. My dad had a lot of blues and jazz in his collection because he was a trumpet player, so he liked that. And I remember the Creedence Clearwater Revival Cosmos Factory cassette tape. I still have it. My parents gave me the whole collection, so I still have it in my room at home.
All right.
Played that one, and then it was Rubber Soul by the Beatles was a big one that I listened to a lot.
Any Louisiana music that your parents played? Any kind of Cajun
No,
type
actually,
music?
that didn't really happen until I moved into Lafayette and then kind of got immersed in that culture.
And when did that happen?
I left when I was 19,
Okay.
right after college, hightailed it out and went to University of Louisiana at Lafayette and got an education in all the Cajun and French music down there.
All right. Did you go to college to study anything in particular, or
I
just
have a degree in communications from ULL.
And was it your intention as early back as college to, really throw yourself into music the way that you have?
I did, yes. I played in a lot of rock bands in the early 2000s and toured extensively. I did about 5 years in a specific band, and after that kind of ended, I took a hiatus for a while and then kind of fell in love with songwriting in about 2009, 2008, somewhere in there, and met a friend who was also a songwriter, and we kind of started a duo in Lafayette, and we moved to Nashville together, but then we ended up both doing solo careers.
All right. So you went to Nashville to pursue a career as a performing player or more as a songwriter?
Initially, I went to be a publicist, and I wanted to be like a side guy. And I met my neighbor across the street who was in a band called Matt Butcher and the Schoolyard Band, and he asked me to play bass for him, and I played at this small place in Nashville that's no longer with us. Rest in peace, Family Wash. Very divey kind of place, and it's like, oh, that was fun. And then he called me the next day, and he was like, hey, do you want to do a tour opening for the Avett Brothers? And I was like, yeah, I guess I could do that. That works. So that's kind of how I kind of jumped in within the first year I was in Nashville.
That's kind of an auspicious start to go out with the Avid brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tell me about that experience. A lot of people who listen to the show really like the Avid brothers.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It was a lot of fun, and they're some of the nicest people. Their fans are the nicest people, and they really treated us very hospitably. Learned a lot from them. Probably one of the funnest. I was telling Tim on the way up here, today's Bob Ware's birthday, and on the carpet where I was standing was a little tag for him to stand when he was performing. It's like, I got to stand where Bob Ware stood.
You look a little bit like Bob Ware.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I get that a lot.
Do you? No. Does anybody else see that? No.
I usually get Gavin DeGraw.
Yeah, well, tell me more about that experience of being out with it. You were out with them for how long?
Just a week, yeah. So we just did the Florida dates, I think it was 2014 or 15. So it wasn't very long, but it was long enough to give me the bug to jump back into it.
Well, yeah, the biggest crowds you've ever played for?
For sure, yeah. We played in, I don't remember the name. We played in Orlando 2 nights to 3,000 people, but we played in wherever FSU is. What is it? Tallahassee, yes. At the Riverfront
Thank you, Lana.
Stadium. Yeah, it was like 5,000 people.
Oh, all right. Well, let's talk some more after you play some more music. Folks, we have with us this evening Will Payne Harison and his band, and we're going to play some more music and then come back and have some more conversation in a little bit. Welcome him back, folks. Will Payne Harison.
Thank you. It's the title track off the 2017 release that still applies today. It's called East Nashville Blues. Up my bags 3 years ago to move to the east side of town. You know, now I'm broke. Lord knows I'm broke. Rent's too high, so stick around. So I moved to the south side of town, down the road. I went to the bank to ask for a loan. They just laughed. They said, you're on your own. So I'm broke. Lord knows I'm broke. Rent's too high to pay the bill, so I had to move out to Hendersonville up the road. To make some dough, but the record man said no, 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 so I'm broke. Oh Lord, I'm broke. When market tanked, I lost my stock, so I had to move out to Antioch down the road. Thought I wrote the #1 hit. I went to East Nashville to see what I could get, but I'm still broke. Oh Lord, I'm broke. I've got 3 roommates, I'm doing okay. I know I'll have my own place someday, but I'm broke. Yeah, I'm broke. Oh, I'm broke. Yeah, I'm broke. Thank you. Got one of my roommates up here on stage with me. He's broke too. That's why we gotta live together. This is a song that was actually on the Blue EP, but I decided to re-record it with my Louisiana band on the new record, and it's one of the last. I think it's track 11 on the Living with Ghosts. Don't you know the lake is low, the creek done ran dry. Meet me in the river in the sweet by and by. Mama, mama, I don't know if you heard the news. I've got me a case of these Red River blues. Got me a case of these Red River blues. Said to dunk your head to wash your sins away. There ain't any water, so I guess these sins will stay. Daddy, daddy, I'd sing another song if I could choose. I've got me a case of these Red River blues. I've got me a case of these Red River blues. Cotton crops, they are dying, and now the okra, it's gone black. I used to say that I hated the rain, and now I'm praying it comes back. Don't you cry, your tears will dry before they reach your cheeks. And I ain't seen a rain cloud in over 7 weeks. Brother, brother, let's hit the bar and knock back a few. Got me a case of these Red River blues. Got me a case of these Red River blues. Thank you. Fun fact, I sprung all these songs in the middle, this middle set on Tim without him ever actually playing them with me, so he's kicking butt over here. This is a song about a breakup. Surprise, surprise. It's off of East Nashville Blues. Never really wanted to hurt someone while hurting myself, and numbing the pain from you by replacing your love with someone else. I can't understand why you turned away. Look me in the eyes, I got something to say. Our love got lost in this way. Why'd you have to go and throw it away? Got me holding my breath, illusion of control. I just need to let go. My seams are coming undone, and I'm scared 'cause I'm my father's son. I can't understand why you turned away. Look me in the eyes, I got something to say. Our love got lost in this way. Why'd you have to go and throw it away? Hey, Zach. I can't understand why you turned away. Look me in the eyes, I got something to say. Our love got lost in this way. Why'd you have to go and throw it away? Tell me, why'd you have to go and throw it away? Tell me, why'd you have to go and throw it away? Thank you.
This portion of this evening's Red Barn Radio program is brought to you by Chef Greg Scott and Broussard's Delta Kitchen, featuring authentic flavors of New Orleans and the Mississippi Delta. With live music every weekend on Main Street in historic Georgetown, Kentucky, Broussard's is also on Facebook. Listen locally, working in concert with people to embrace opportunities. Listen locally and engage in shared experiences, including music, theater, poetry, dialogue, and conversation. More on Facebook, Instagram, and listenlocally.net. Griffin Gate Resort and Spa, a luxury spa located in the Marriott in Lexington, Kentucky. The Griffin Gate Resort is perfect for your next visit to Lexington, Kentucky. Accuprint, providing printing, design, and fulfillment. Online at accuprint.us. And now welcome to the second half of tonight's Red Barn Radio program. Red Barn Radio is coming to you live from the Arts Place Performance Hall here in the great city of Lexington, Kentucky. Please welcome back Will Payne Harison.
Thanks so much for your attentiveness. This is a song about turning your cell phones off. But turn them back on and look me up online later. Just turn them off and be present. Black Betty won't get started today. You can turn her over, she ain't got nothing to say. She moves too fast when you pump her brakes. So walk on, for heaven's sake. Her back, he makes a run for the woods, but he always comes back with his tail between his legs. So walk on, that's what she said. Feels like we're always on the run, locked in a gaze with a double-barrel shotgun. If you turn off our phones like we shut off ourselves, maybe we'd improve our mental health. Walk on. Fox is cunning and the fox is sly. He gets the sheep to believe his lies. Now they don't listen to a word the good shepherd said. So walk on before the sheep are dead. Feels like we're always on the run, locked in a gaze with a double-barrel shotgun. If we shut off our phones like we shut off ourselves, maybe we'd improve our mental health. Walk on. Richmond always seems to win. How you gonna make something great again when you know damn well you never stop being great? So walk on, please don't hesitate. Feels like we're always on the run, locked in a gaze with a double-barrel shotgun. If we shut off our phones like we shut off ourselves, maybe we'd improve our mental health. Walk on, Zach. Thank you. I was in Newport, Kentucky a few weeks ago, and I was explaining this next song. I bet you can't guess what it's about. To be fair, East Nashville Blues was a breakup record, so all the songs are about one girl. But this is about that, and I was telling him that one of my best friends from back in Louisiana came up to hang out with me, and we went. I'm not a guy to go down on Broadway and go to Honky Tonk Central, but after like 3 or 4 fireballs, you'll do whatever. And so we wrote this song about that in the midst of the turmoil of the breakup and the drunkenness. And I was just telling him, I was outside this bar and I was just crying, and he said, "Sounds like another Saturday to me." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I feel way better about myself." Anyway, this song's High as Willie. Like a sailor, I'm gonna smoke like a train. I'm getting high as Willie, I'm gonna curse your name. When I am through, I'll be over you. And though I smile darling, you've caused me pain. And even though it's my middle name, I don't care anymore what you think. This heartache, it is causing me to drink. Gonna drink like a sailor, I'm gonna smoke like a train. I'm getting high as Willie, I'm gonna curse your name. When I am through, I'll be over you. And though I smile for a while, I'll cry the whole night through. And baby, you have a cold, cold heart. I should have known it from the start that your love, it was just a joke. This heartache, it is causing me to smoke. Gonna drink like a sailor, I'm gonna smoke like a train. I'm getting high as Willie, I'm gonna curse your name. When I am through, I'll be over you. And though I smile for a while, I'll cry the whole night through. You've made me mad. You took away everything I had, and now I'm broke. But what's even worse, this heartache, it is causing me to curse. Gonna drink like a sailor, I'm gonna smoke like a train. I'm getting high as Willie, I'm gonna curse your name. When I am through, I'll be over you. And though I smile for a while, I'll cry the whole night through. Yeah, though I smile for a while, I'll cry the whole night through. Thank you. We have time for one or two more, or? Yeah? Great. This is a song about overthinking. Are there any overthinkers out there? Just one, yeah. I'll let you think about it. Yeah, this is on the new record, and this is one of my favorite songs to play. It's really one that I can only play with the band, so it's always exciting to play. And I hope you enjoy it. I've been thinking about what you're thinking, wondering about the words I said. All this thinking, it's got me drinking, trying to get the weight off my chest. from feeling blue. Up and down, round and round, now I'm back from the start. Turn that frown upside down or it'll tear you apart. Hey! I gotta fight just to sleep at night, tossing and turning in my bed. It's sort of funny how it's right on the money. Same things happening in my head. Up and down, round and round. Now I'm back from the start. Turn that frown upside down or it'll tear you apart. Hey! I've been thinking about what you're thinking, wondering about the words I said. All this thinking, it's got me drinking, trying to get the weight off my chest. Up and down, round and round, now I'm back from the start. Turn that frown upside down or it'll tear you apart. Hey! Thank you.
We'll talk first. Sure. All right, good. Folks, it's nice to have you with us on Red Barn Radio tonight. We're with Will Payne Harison and his band. Hey, Will, why don't you introduce us to your to the players up here? What a great sound you guys have.
Thank you. This is Lana Gibbons
Hey, Lana.
on bass, upright bass. Tim Curris on drums. And Zach Daves on guitar.
So all Nashville buddies?
Lana is from Louisville, but
Louisville.
Tim is has been in Nashville for like a year now, and Zach, what, 4 years? Four. Yeah.
And so, Zach, since you're by a mic, I'll just ask you rather than asking him to tell me what you're doing.
Sure.
Did you come to Nashville sort of in the same way that that Will did to play music, or are you a native of there?
Yeah, kind of. I came to Nashville to go to college, actually.
Huh.
I went to Lipscomb University. They started a commercial music program there, and I was one of the first students, the students in the first class.
Where are you from originally?
Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh, okay. And so you came up there. So you had a particular interest in the music business
Yeah,
side
kind
of
of.
things,
And
or
I'm in a band I'm in a family band also. So
a family band.
yeah, we all three moved together up
Oh, all
to
right.
Nashville.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a band called Dave's Highway. It's me and my sisters, Erica and Delaney, and we do like country rock music.
All right.
Yeah.
You do original stuff?
We do,
All
yeah.
right.
None of it's available yet, but we're working on it.
And
They have a great Christmas album, though.
We do have a great Christmas album. It's coming up, ladies and gentlemen. It's Christmas time.
you have actually a Christmas album?
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
It's from when they were younger.
It's from 2015.
Oh, how cool! So, are your sisters? Do your sisters aspire to play and?
Yeah, my sister's a great
professional.
My little sister's a great songwriter, and so she writes most of our original stuff. And then my older sister plays bass and mandolin, and we all three sing.
All right.
Man,
Hey, Lana, do you mind stepping up for a second? Yeah. Hey, nice to have you here.
It's nice to be here.
Great job on the bass. Do you come from sort of a rockabilly tradition with that bass? When I think of your style, I just hear rockabilly
That's
through
exactly
and through.
what I do is rockabilly and jump blues mainly. Yeah.
Oh, all right. And mostly in Louisville, or do you travel around quite a bit?
No, pretty much just in Louisville. I play in a rockabilly trio there called Rockabilly Deluxe.
All
Is
right.
the name of our group there. Yeah. So.
Very nice. Well, it's great to have you here. Thanks
you.
for showing up. All right. So the experience of going to Nashville, it's like the sort of classic American dream, I guess. I wonder if you could talk more about that experience. I know that there are a lot of folks who are really kind of curious about the reality of the day-to-day of, a musician moving to a city where lots and lots of other musicians have moved essentially to do the same thing. What's that? Yeah, can you talk about that some?
Well, what part, like...
Well, I
There's
would...
a lot to
well,
it. There's
yeah.
they say that Nashville is a drinking town with a music problem, so
Uh-huh.
wherever you go, you're drinking with buddies. It happens a lot, and we, most of us have to have some sort of job, whether it be like, a coffee shop or serving job or some sort of 9 to 5. Most people have some sort of other income as well.
Yeah, right, sure. What about you?
Me and Zach are both baristas at different coffee shops.
You are?
And Tim delivers beer to people to make them happy.
Beer delivery, kind of a new thing out there. Yeah, but so talk then about just the expectations you had when you got there and how you feel things are going. Like you've been there for how long now?
I've been there for about 5.5 years, and
Okay.
I don't know that I came with high expectations. Like I said earlier, I came wanting to be a publicist, and I was doing that down in Louisiana, and I was working with some people like Fofele and Steve Riley and the Mamou Playboys, and I just wanted to work with bigger artists, and I got to town, and the job offers that I was getting, the pay was about the same as being a barista, so I just decided that I'd rather be a musician.
Uh-huh. And when you are out and about playing, are you with mostly people that you sort of consider your band, or do you play a lot solo, or?
It's a mix of things. It depends on the situation, and there's a rotating cast. As Lana here tonight, this is the first time I've met her or played with her. And Zach plays with me occasionally, but like his main thing is Dave's Highway, and Tim plays with me as well when he can. But I definitely have like a rotating set of musicians that I play with, and a lot of the gigs out of town end up being solo or duo type things.
You ever do songwriting circles or anything like that? Some of the folks who come on to the program who have moved to Nashville, one of their main goals was to get down there and really run some songs by people who know songwriting. Have you gotten some good feedback that way?
Yeah, there's one called Song Salon that I've met a lot of good friends like Chris Moyce and Ben Delacour, Chris Watts, Mary Bragg, a bunch of those people would go there, and I've met some of them through that. And then there's another one, it was called the Nashville Yacht Club, and it was a bunch of songwriters, and I met my friend Stephen Dunn through that, as well as some other people as well.
And what advice do you have for young musicians who are thinking about making the move that you made to go down there? How should they sort of equip themselves sort of emotionally and musically to be in that kind of environment down there?
I think you just do it, don't be afraid. That's what I would tell myself.
Yeah. Is that what you told yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when people ask, do you have friends back in Louisiana who you keep in touch with and who kind of keep up with you and check in on you from time to time?
I do, yeah. So the new album, Living with Ghosts, was recorded with the Rayo Brothers. They're an Americana band out of Lafayette, Louisiana. And so the bass player, drummer, and both guitarist and banjo player were all from Lafayette, Louisiana, and we did a tour in March for their album release. They were on a record label down there, and we try to play at least once or twice a year together and do a little run.
And when you decided to assemble players for your album, like your most recent album, what did that what did that involve? Getting the kinds of players you wanted on there and rehearsing them. I mean, there's some beautiful stuff. I listened to one of the songs I listened to today on Spotify. Had a beautiful string arrangement. It was one of the girl songs.
Anne Marie, yeah.
Yeah. Just a beautiful string arrangement. So where do you get the players and how do you rehearse them?
That was actually one person. That was Meredith Krogowski, and she's in a band called Adrian and Meredith, and we've toured together through the years. And she's more of a classically trained violin player, so when I wanted a string section, I just asked her if she would do it, and it was actually, I think, 18 tracks of violin on that.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have guessed 4 or 5, but it was lush. It was really beautiful. And what about the other players?
There were a lot of friends that are songwriters that play multiple instruments. Kristen England's played French. No, is it French horn? Some sort of horn on Bound for Glory, and Fawn Larson played harmonica on several tracks. My friend Mary Rogers played baritone sax on Jacqueline, which was the first single on the record. There's a video for it online with her in it. Who else? Anana Kay played melodica on Red River Blues. And Fats Kaplan, who plays with John Prine and Jack White, did pedal steel, theremin, fiddle, and accordion.
Well, that's a nice crew of folks.
Yeah.
Was that pretty exciting? Was it tense at all, the process of putting it together?
No.
Or did it go nicely?
Not at all. Everyone was very laid back and very just kind with their time.
Well, that's very nice. All right. Is it ever the case that you're surprised about the way certain songs resonate with people?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit. Yeah.
Well, you never really know, because when you're writing songs, they're close to your heart, and you think like, oh, this is a good line, and then it doesn't really resonate, and then you think like, oh, this is kind of cheesy, and then someone might be like, oh, wow, that's really good. So you never know for sure.
You ever sometimes have songs that you write and you're in the middle of putting together a collection of songs, but you have this one sort of oddball song. You're not quite sure where it's going to fit, how that's going to work into the set of songs you have.
Yeah, I don't know. If you go and listen to the album, you might think, oh, he definitely didn't do that, because it's all over the place. There's blues, and there's straight country, and there's more like, the newer Americana. It's kind of a little all over the place, but I think that it kind of ties in together nicely with the players that were on the album.
Is it unified thematically
so.
at all? I mean, I assume there's several songs on breakup, so that's one theme that must.
There are definitely a lot of songs about missing home, about missing Louisiana, and there are several breakup songs, and there's 1 or 2 songs that are kind of like gospel-y. But I don't know that it has a specific theme throughout, other than maybe just like missing home.
Yeah. Well, what a cool thing it's been to have you guys here. I've really been enjoying just the way you guys get down into. You've got very sort of simple instrumentation here tonight, but you guys are really in the pocket with it, and it's just real nice toe tapping stuff, and great lyrics and good sound.
Thank you.
Good sound. Really wonderful to have you guys play. I'd love to hear you guys play another short set, and then we'll see you off. Again, thank you all for making the trip from Nashville, and let's get back to some music with Will Payne Harison.
Thanks. Thank you. I'm gonna play a few solo, if that's okay with y'all. This is a song about missing home. I wrote this song twice. I went home for Thanksgiving in probably like 2016 and wrote it, and then didn't sit well with it, so I rewrote it, and then it made the album. And it's if you know anything about North Louisiana, where my family's from, there's 2 smells: paper mills and pine trees. And so the name of the song is Paper Mills and Pine. Driving down the old Monroe Highway, knowing when I get home that I can't stay. There's sugar cane and cotton field for miles, and it's as warm outside as my mother's smile. Flooded with the memories of the past, both the good and the bad. These rugged roads, how they turn and they wind. The air is filled with paper mills and pine. The door slams loud at 5 a.m. The dogs are barking to be let back in. The smell of coffee and bacon fills my room, and Daddy's ready to go fishing soon. Flooded with the memories of the past, both the good and the bad. These rugged roads, how they turn and they wind. The air is filled with paper mills and pine. The sun is slow to set in this lazy town. The river babbles on without a sound. It brings me back to these country roots, reminds me of the freedom of my youth. Flooded with the memories of the past, both the good and the bad. These rugged roads, how they turn and they wind. The air is filled with paper mills and pine. It's time to leave, but I'm still moving slow. Little niece and nephews begging me not to go. I hug my mother and try not to cry, and make my way back north on 65. Flooded with the memories of the past, both the good and the bad. These rugged roads, how they turn and they wind. The air is filled with paper mills and pine. Thank you. This is another one that's on the record as well. It's called High Low. I've been a dog, I've been a gentleman, I've made pleas with God to hold the beast within. I've been a saint and sinner all the same. I blessed my brother, then turned and cursed his name. We might get high, we might get low, we might find a way to let our troubles go. Might pull you close to push you away. When the day is done, I might be begging you to stay. That's that part where you forget the lyrics and you hope that the guitarist comes back in with another. Read my thoughts, Jack. I've had a valley low, I've had a mountain high. I spread my wings and been afraid to fly. I made the devil a deal, I made my peace with the Lord. I fought tooth and nail just to put down my sword. We might get high, we might get low. We might find a way to let our troubles go. Might pull you close, push you away. When the day is done, I might be begging you to stay. We might get high, we might get low. We might find a way to let our troubles go. Might pull you close, push you away. When the day is done, I might be begging you to stay. Yeah, when the day is done, I might be begging you to stay. When the day is done, I might be begging you to stay. Thank you. There's a YouTube video for this song. It's on East Nashville Blues as well. It's about always looking forward and never looking back. It's called Southwind. And I've been holding on to that south wind, the echoes of what could have been, rustling through the leaves. Only fools go back to what they already know. Wise men take the open road. Roll the windows down and let in the breeze. The Mississippi flows on down the Gulf Coast. There ain't no use in fighting the current. When you let go of everything that you think you might know, you might just feel the push from the south wind. The open sky, you cannot contain the light. We're only here to pay bills and die. The sun shows us so much more as birds sing and feel the wind beneath their wings. I realize a funny thing. The south wind pushes them north. The Mississippi flows on down the Gulf Coast. There ain't no use in fighting the current. When you let go of everything that you think you might know. You might just feel the push from the south wind. Mississippi flows on down the Gulf Coast. There ain't no use in fighting the current. When you let go of everything that you think you might know, you might just feel the push from the south wind.
We would like to thank Will, Zach, Lana, and Tim for being with us this evening. We also thank our volunteers for their help with our production each week. We give a very special thanks to Becky Alfrey for her work with our social media and the photography of Nick Lazaroff, who has been here this evening. Thank you all for listening to our webcast, watching us on YouTube Live, and those of you listening to us on the Red Barn network of stations. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, public radio for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.fm. It's your chance to hear more great live Kentucky music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU. We also thank the members of our studio audience for supporting the mission of Red Barn Radio to present, promote, and preserve the rich musical tradition and artists of this Kentucky region. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our guests and our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. Tickets for Red Barn Radio are now available at eventbrite.com, Lexington. Next week on the Red Barn stage, Hill House. Hailing from Kentucky's own Derby City, Hill House is a progressive bluegrass band whose roots in traditional music are apparent. They aspire to bring traditional music into the 21st century, and we think you'll be most impressed. That's next week. Hill House, 7 p.m. on the Red Barn stage. And now, folks, let's give it up one more time for Will Payne Harison. We've had such a great time with you guys tonight. Give him a hand.
Thank you. Unfortunately, Mary couldn't play sax on this one tonight, but this is Jacqueline. I can't change my mind when it's been said. I'm gonna make my way down to Lafayette. Give all of my loving to Jacqueline. New York City and Nashville too. Even California can't compare to you. You got Miss America turning green. Well, Jacqueline, Jacqueline, do you know what I mean when I say you're the prettiest girl I've seen? I've been all over the world, you got me coming back. Well, it's fine, yeah, it's fine. You make me walk that line, and you set my heart on fire like a turpentine. Cut my mind loose like a train coming off its track. Oh, Jacqueline. From the Mobile Bay to New Orleans, babe, you're my pretty little Gulf Coast queen. You got me two-stepping the night away. With those big brown eyes and the devilish grin, babe, you got me drunk on your love again. Now I'm tripping over the words I say. Well, Jacqueline, Jacqueline, do you know what I mean when I say you're the prettiest girl I've seen? I've been all over the world, you got me coming fine, yeah, it's fine. You make me walk that line, and you set my heart on fire like a serpentine. Cut my mind loose like a train coming off its track. Oh, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, Jacqueline, do you know what I mean when I say you're the prettiest girl I've seen? Been all over the world, you got me coming back. Well, it's fine, yeah, it's fine, you make me walk that line, and you set my heart on fire like a serpentine. Cut my mind loose like a train coming off its track. Oh, Jacqueline, Jacqueline.
Well, that wraps up our Red Barn Radio program for tonight. You can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide as we stream live on the web on YouTube, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. Our program is also available on the WEKU app. Check it out, Red Barn Radio on Demand. We're so glad you could join us tonight, and we look forward to being with you again next week. From all of us here at Red Barn Radio to all of our friends worldwide, we wish you a wonderful week. Good night.